In three, two, one.
All right. Bienvenidos. Welcome to episode 155 of the Narcissistic Music Disorder.
Good morning, Scott.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Let's open up. Let me think what I have to open up with here. Sorry about the other night. Sorry
Yeah,
we
that
didn't
was
get to
crazy
hang.
busy.
That was crazy. I got super anxious, not super anxiety. Why do I say that? I don't know why I have to be like I've struggled with anxiety. I've been this way my whole life. It wasn't anxiety. It was just there's too many people talking at once and too many people
Yeah.
crammed in a small space. But it was very enjoyable. I'm sorry you didn't get a chance to hang. Supposedly that was like the biggest crowd they'd had for one of those
Oh,
shows.
really? That
Yeah.
was insane. I
So
mean, I know there's like a building apartments above it, so a lot of people probably go there because they can just walk down.
well, the other thing that was kind of weird is there were people coming in with reservations for like tables of 11 and 12.
Oh, wow.
And so yeah, it was cool. I mean, obviously it's nice to be a part of something that's so well attended. I had to leave early just because my wife I think I've said it on the show. I don't know. She broke her back
Yeah.
and she was here alone. My son, I thought he was going to be available, but he ended up working a double shift. And we had some skeevy, like, I don't know, some lady wandering around out on the street. So my wife sent me a message. It was like, "Are you coming home soon?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm going to be on my way." So, and did that. Anything else new? What you do listening to musically right now?
um, I gave the new Todd Snyder another go.
And
I loved side two of that
okay,
record.
that's more than you had when you started.
Yeah, yeah, I love side two. I sent a message to our pal Eric Kincaid
Yes,
that the three of us, maybe should do a Todd Snyder tribute show of some sort because
and I
he's
don't,
super fan.
and I don't hate that. The only thing I don't like about it, I, I, I
Maybe we
guess,
just tell some stories about shows.
and let me
You
say this,
and you guys have met him. I have not.
I know,
So,
but it just feels like I don't know. We'll talk about it off air, but I don't know, man. It's like as soon as someone famous dies, right,
yeah.
like that, we get like everybody posting their covers of their songs, right? Like, yeah, I don't really need like my shitty cover of "All Right Guy" to remind me that I love Todd Snyder.
Yeah, exactly.
And it also, I mean, it sometimes feels gratuitous to me. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, man, all right, yes, this famous person has died, and of course, Todd Snyder's death has, you know, I can't say rocked me to my foundations or anything, but he's an artist I loved, and I'm sorry to see him go. I don't know that the world needs me to like sing one of his songs to
No, I mean,
illustrate that. And
but
maybe we'll give it some space. We can give it some space, then it won't feel that way to me.
but
Like,
he's one of those guys though that like he got me started on the whole Americana road.
yeah,
Oh, I
see
mean, I
that,
was into Jason and the Scorchers and stuff like that, but he really like when I
yeah,
heard songs for the Daily Planet. I
yeah,
mean,
and
that's a life changing record for me.
I think by the time I was into Todd Snyder, I was already playing that style of music like
I was
professionally.
working at Believe in
Yeah.
Music at the time,
Yeah,
so
see, I was long past BIM then. All right. So I will say this, and I've just noticed, I don't know if you've noticed too, Scott. It looks like our guests' cameras kind of cutting in and out. So
oh
I have some, if you look, you can, so we'll see if our guest is squared up here. I see the camera might keep disconnecting, or do you see what I'm looking at, Scott, or no?
yeah, I just see a stock photo or
Yeah.
something.
No, it's actually, I think that's
Hey
actually correct.
guys,
Oh, there we
Yeah,
can
go.
you
there
hear
we go.
me?
Yeah, we got you right now.
I don't
Good.
know what's going on this end. I've been kind of messing up, breaking up. I connected to a I don't know the I'm not a technical person, but something else in our router I connected to, so hopefully that'll improve it on my end.
Cool.
All
No
right.
worries. Well, Scott, introduce our guest if you would.
Well, our guest is someone I worked with at Believe in Music. It is Angie. She's a chef now, so I thought let's do a song. Let's do a food songs episode with Chef Angie.
Which I love. I love.
I
I
mean,
So,
love
she's
it.
been here. She's OG NMD podcast. She's been here since episode one. So
and always shares
Yeah,
insightful
true.
stuff on our social media with our other friends, and
I mean,
obviously
made
worked at.
Arkansas.
Yeah, I
Made
left.
She made Arkansas one of our top
I,
listening
I
spots.
love it. I love it. I left Facebook back in January, so I'm not as active on the social media side of things, but still listen to the podcast. I actually enjoy watching it on YouTube.
And how much better is your mental health since you left Facebook? So much better, right? It's just a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. You know what, Scott?
Oh, completely.
I can tell. I can tell we're having some sort of connection problem with Angie. Are you getting that, Scott?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll work through it, and if we'll ride it as long as we can. And again, here at the NMD podcast, the king of technical difficulties would be me and my Commodore 64 computer sitting next here to my Atari 2600. So
yeah, nice.
So food songs about food. I found this fun, but I don't know, maybe a little tricky even. I have a question for our chef too when I get to it. I'm very excited about that. I have a question I've been dying to ask. And Chef Angie will be able to tell me about this, and I'm excited. So what we normally do, Angie, is the round table. You know, you give your first one, then Scott, then me, and we'll just kind of go round robin like that, as you're well aware, and get some insight on this stuff too. So what's your first song? What was your first pick?
You want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
I picked Jack Johnson's Banana Pancakes.
Banana Pancakes.
Yeah. So for me, this is Chef's day off anthem, right? So in the chef world, we typically have Sunday, Monday off. So Monday, pretend like it's the weekend. It's also, this song makes me feel like this reminds me of my husband, because he is the one person that has taught me to just, I'll be like, it's our day off. What are we going to do today? Right. And he's like, can't we just do this? Like, just slow down, just chill, just enjoy life. Yeah.
Well, that's funny because I struggle. That is I just had this conversation with someone. I struggle with like days off. I need them and I want them. I wish I had more of them. But then I get one, and the whole time, if I'm doing anything, and yesterday was one of those wasted days for me where I didn't do anything. And I get this guilty feeling like I'm not capitalizing on my weekend, and I have to go back to work on Monday and all that. So, well, maybe there's a lesson to be learned there for me too. All right, and I'm not a Jack Johnson person, so you guys will have to hit me. And I'm going to say it wrong. It's not Bubble Feet. Is it Bubble Toes? Is that him? Or is that the other guy?
Yeah, that's Jack Johnson. No,
it's Jack Johnson. All right, Merchant.
There was a kids movie, a Curious George movie that came out, I think around 2006, 2007. He did the entire soundtrack for that movie.
Oh, cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I know he's kind of
he's one of those Scooby-Doo bop bop acoustic guys.
I was gonna say he's kind of a laid back, beachy acoustic cat.
I think
right?
He's playing the new amphitheater in Grand Rapids this summer.
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
Yeah. All right, Scott. What's your first pick?
It is by a man named Vincent Neil Emerson, and the song is called "Evil Women and Fried Chicken."
What's the genre? Of course, we have to ask what the genre is, because nobody on the planet. This is one of Scott's picks where we're all going, who, what, where?
He's Americana country type of dude.
Cool.
Not sure where he's from, but if you are familiar with Hayes Carl,
yes.
He's if you like Hayes, you'll be into Vincent Neil Emerson. It's
all right.
It's a great song about this dude who says, evil women and fried chicken are going to be the death of me.
Well, certainly fried chicken isn't helping. Well, let's see what I got here from my illustrious. This song, okay, I'm going to start out right here. It's it's a food. It's not in whatever its form of being used in the title, but it will be used as food at some point. It is food by itself. But this song I learned from a show called Happy Days. And I want to say, my memory's not going to serve me, but I think Richie Cunningham, this would be like his song he would play if he was like talking to the crew and they were going to go to Inspiration Point and he was going to be with a lady friend. I think. And the song is Blueberry Hill by Fats Domino.
Okay.
Good
And
pick.
someone will have to tell me, somebody, some other, person around my age who watched a ton of Happy Days. I swear to God, there's something with Blueberry Hill where if Richie was coming home from a date, maybe, or going on a date or whatever, he would sing that. I might be remembering it wrong, but that's how I
Maybe.
learned the song. That's how
I'm a
I.
little young for Happy Days. I
Dang it
remember my
all!
aunts and uncles
Yeah,
watching Happy
I'm gonna
Days.
find some old timer like me is gonna comment and tell me if that's the case. I could
You
always
know,
Google it, but that's no fun.
Yeah.
one time when I was like roadie slash sales guy for this band Black Mackenzie, which is now mostly Barrel Bones.
Yeah.
We did a show with Susie Quattro
Oh my God, no way. That's awesome.
in Kalamazoo somewhere. Yeah.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Did you get to meet her and hang out?
Uh, I don't really remember. I was drinking a lot at the time,
So you probably
but
freaked her out.
we played it. They won this like battle of the bands on a radio station and got free recording time, so they used it for mastering.
Oh yeah,
And
nice.
and then we played this gig, and Susie Quattro was the headliner.
I love Susie Quattro. One of my favorite songs is "The Kids of Tragedy." Do you know that song?
No,
Oh, it's the bomb.
what was her
So,
character? It was Leather Tuscadero or something. On
yeah, she was
Happy Day?
Leather Tuscadero. She played bass guitar and sang, and would sometimes play at Arnold's. And I think she maybe dated Fonzie in the
Yeah.
sense that anyone could date Fonzie. He was kind of a free spirit with his lady friends. Um, so yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, we're way off topic already, but you know what? We're gonna swing back into this thing.
So
We're gonna get away from Happy Days. All right. So what's your second pick, Angie?
I got Quiche Lorraine by the B-52s. The song is not actually about food at all. It's about a poodle.
Okay.
oh, is
But
it from their popular album?
from Wild Planet, 1980.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's early.
Earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it conjures images of this New York City eccentric on a gloomy day,
Cool.
and the poodle runs away. But I actually legitimately have a great recipe for quiche Lorraine. It's a pie,
perfect.
it's a quiche. So yeah. So one of the things that I found out as I was kind of researching, if you will, about some of the picks that Ricky Wilson, the sound for the 52s, because he removed the middle string from his guitar, so he could kind of play bass and top
like,
on the same instrument.
wow, that's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
So that's the doom 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 doo 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 doo. That's
right.
all
That
without
lower
the middle string.
killer. God, I love.
Yeah.
I'm not a huge B-52s guy. Like I wasn't hip early on when the early B-52s, what we'll call, in my high school, we called it, I think at one time we called it college music. And then we called it like alternative, whatever it was. I wasn't a big B-52s fan until, the big album, whatever that one was, with Love Shack and all that on it. Right. I mean, and then I kind of went back and listened a little, but,
right.
The song Rome by
and
do you guys know?
Really right around the time that Love Shack came out. That's when I started getting into B-52s, but
cool.
It was also, that was my introduction to queer culture and a lot of what was happening in my world around 1991, 92, 93. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. And what a cool band still. And
cool. Yeah.
I just, oh man, they're just the coolest. And I still,
my uncle has seen them numerous times.
Oh, wow. Really? I don't know what B-52 heads are, like dead heads.
Yeah.
I don't know what you'd call a B-52 head, but that's pretty cool. Scott, what do you got next?
I have a song that is also not about food really, but it is by a Canadian band called I Mother Earth.
I remember them.
They have a song on their second album called Scenery and Fish called Raspberry.
Oh yeah, I can count that. I mean, Blueberry Hill, Raspberry. It's
like if you know the song "Not Quite Sonic" by that band, which is kind of their big song. It's off their first record, Dig. It's similar to that song. It's great. I mean, I love that band. They sound a little bit like I just realized this listening to them the other day, that when they're kind of playing their softer stuff, they sound like the Afghan Wigs a bit.
Okay,
if you're familiar with those guys.
I am. So here's a question. It's I Mother Earth, right?
Yeah.
So I lump those guys in my head. Here's where they live. And it might be a time thing, but they're like with me, they're together with like Caroline Spine and Candlebox. And was it that time? Was it 90s-ish to late
Yes.
90s-ish?
But very different from those bands.
Yeah.
Kind of more rock and jammy stuff mixed together.
Not what I pictured at all.
Yeah.
Nice. My next pick is a song that I heard as an encore number at an early Wilco show. Like early Wilco, that first album,
Pecan
AM.
Pie.
It's Pecan Pie. Did you have it?
No, I saw him do it at Calvin College, though.
So I saw him do it in 96. They were short on material. Like if they were headlining, they were short on material because they only had some AM stuff. They were still doing Uncle Tupelo songs then.
Yeah.
And then they would come out for an encore, and sometimes it'd be Pecan Pie. And they ended up using it on that Golden Smog album, the All-Star Golden Smog. It's on that record, the first recorded version of it.
Yep.
And it's a great tune. It's kind of a fun, just a piece of pecan pie. We're kind of sing-a-songy and fun and lighthearted. And they would, that was a good, I'd heard it a long time before the Golden Smog record came out. And Golden Smog, for people who don't know, is like this alt country supergroup. It's members of Wilco and Soul Asylum and Fine Fresh Fellows and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
So I just read Duff McKagan's book recently, his second book called How to Be a Man and Other Lies.
Okay.
And he said something in there that I really disagreed with, that he didn't agree with when they formed Velvet Revolver, that it was a super group, because that sounds like a money grab to him. And that is totally not the first thing I think of when I think of super group. Never have.
When I think of super group, I think of like people who already established who want to get together and play with certain people. You know what I mean? Like,
well, yes, it's the guys who are like, oh man, I can't wait. We should jam together. And then they get to where they have enough money where they can go do that.
Right.
Do
you guys remember the TV show that had Supergroup on it? There was like a TV show where they put Sebastian Bach, Ted Nugent.
Oh, yeah.
The guy from Biohazard and Tommy Lee together.
No.
Oh, and Scott Ian from Anthrax. They put them in a band. Oh, Angie.
Yeah, it was Democracy. It was the band.
The show was called Supergroup, right?
Yeah, it was on VH1.
Wow.
It should have been called Pooper Group because it was just absolute shit. It was terrible, right? It was terrible. They played like a Ted Nugent song. They played Stranglehold live and a couple other songs, and then had maybe written their own song.
Yeah.
Maybe that was part of the thing.
The other show with Tommy Lee, that was better than that one.
What, Tommy Lee Goes to College?
No, Tommy Lee and Jason Newsted. They had that show where they formed and they got a singer.
Really?
Yeah, it was called like Rock and Roll Supernova.
Oh yeah, I remember that a little bit.
The singer, I can't remember the singer's name, but
it sounds extra crappy.
It was not. Gilby Clarke was in it.
I love Gilby Clarke.
It was Gilby, that dude singing, and then Jason and Tommy on drums.
Do you remember when VH1 had a show where they were putting together Velvet Revolver, the rise of Velvet Revolver?
No, I don't remember that show.
Dude, they're auditioning singers in it, and it's painful. Like dudes are coming in, hey, I wrote, and the music might be to like Slither, right? And a guy comes in with like his lyrics are written down, and he's gonna sing with them, like some unknown dude. One of the guys comes in and he's like, I wrote these lyrics, they're pretty hot, and to your music. And his title was Stripper Girl.
Oh, nice.
And as soon as he leaves, like Duff and those guys are like, holy shit, even in junior high, I didn't have a song called Stripper Girl, So.
Oh.
John Merchant, I probably did have a song called Stripper Girl in junior high. I still have to do that. I still have to bring out my junior high song lyrics so we can look at them. I have them. They're in the other. Hey, easy, man. Have some respect, Scott. Hot Roxanne was the Bohemian Rhapsody of Laketon Junior High.
I don't even know where we are.
Yeah, let's see who went last. Was it? Let's see. I've done. Was it my pecan pie one? Yes.
Yeah.
I think Angie's up for number 2.
Number
Number
3.
3.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. What do you got?
Finger Licking Good by the Beastie Boys.
Yes.
So, a little fun fact, I did a little chat GPT questioning, and out of roughly 150 songs, the Beastie Boys have over 120 food references in their songs.
God, really?
So I decided, yes, they
Holy
reference food all the time, from
Huh.
brands to they use food as metaphors, like tons and tons and tons of Beastie Boys lyrics. But I picked Finger Licking Good because I thought it was the most culinary song of all their songs. It's like a grocery list. It's got onions, buns, soup, KFC, special of the day. Shout out to Paul Bunyan's. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but there is a restaurant called Paul Bunyan's in Minocqua, Wisconsin.
Nice.
And then it has a shout out to the Frugal Gourmet. So
wow. Wow, Beastie Boys. Holy smokes. Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
And they have Finger Licking Good, that song, which is like just a little instrumental on Paul's Boutique, I think.
That's the one you picked, right, Angie?
Or no, five-piece chicken dinner.
Like,
5-piece chicken dinner.
Chicken dinner, yes.
Yeah,
that is right. Eggman has just tons and tons of egg references, but it's not really about food. It's about egging. It's about shenanigans and hooligans. They have a lot. But the recipe that I picked that goes with this song is pasta with pesto.
Man, I didn't know that we had to pick recipes.
Of course. We have a chef here.
Well, I know, but we have a chef on the show, and I'm the one who's going to have to be like, if you go to my spice drawer right now and open it, it's just one thing of Lowry seasoning salt. That's it. That's how I cook. All right, Scott, what's your next pick?
It is. I have a twofer about peanuts. I have Salt Peanuts by Miles Davis, which is a jazz standard, and then Peanut Vendor. My favorite version is by Stan Kenton.
Peanut Vendor. Wow.
Yeah, which it's on the best version. Quinn probably knows it. It's on Relaxin' with the Miles. No, it's on Steamin' with the Miles Davis Quintet, and Philly Joe Jones plays awesome drums on that song.
Oh yeah, that's one of Quinn's dudes too. Nice.
So,
jazz nerds. Okay, moving on.
I have a question for since we have a chef here. So Heather and I watch a lot of cooking shows on the Food Network, and I have a 2-part question for you. Have you ever eaten tartare, and how do you not get sick from eating tartare?
The short answer is yes, I have eaten tartare. The reason tartare is safe is because of the way that it's prepared. All of the bacteria that occurs on a piece of meat is most likely going to be on the surface. So when you handle it properly and trim all of that away, and then what you're left with is a thin piece. And it does sort of cook because it is like an acidic marinade-ish that it's prepared with. So like same with like your ceviche, like it's a non-heat cooking method.
Right.
So that's the short answer. And like sushi grade, that stuff has all been prepared and handled safely. Usually it comes in vacuum sealed packages, So that's, I have eaten tartare. I've never made tartare. I don't love it.
And then a light sprinkle with some Lowry's and you're eating. Then you're set. Just a light dusting. Dusting.
Yep.
Shoot. All right. Let's see. My next pick is a classic, a song I like this song too. I like this song, and I don't know because when I saw the title on the album, when I got it, I was like, this has to be the stupidest thing ever. And yet I like it. And it's on The Lonesome Jubilee, and it's called Hot Dogs and Hamburgers.
Great song.
And and that's it. The chorus is everybody has got a choice between hot dogs and hamburgers, right? And
I
I'm sure
mean,
metaphor, of course, but plus it just like if you're a Mellencamp fan like I am, the Lonesome Jubilee is like his Americana album. It's so
yeah.
good. It's
Side
so
two of that record,
good.
which that his song is on, is so
Yes,
great.
I love it. It's and my wife, who I've said a million times, is like a Beatlesque crying John Mellencamp fan. Like, the Beatles story I heard from back in the day, and I'm not trying to be gross. I swear to God, I'm not. But like the Beatles would play these little, they weren't playing, hockey arenas weren't really where the Beatles were playing. They're playing these theaters and TV theaters and stuff.
Yeah.
And afterwards, I remember reading a story about one of the guys who worked at one of these little theaters mopping up the urine because these little girls were screaming crazy and peeing their pants because they were seeing the Beatles. That's what my wife is like with John Mellencamp. And she hates the Lonesome Jubilee.
Oh my God, it's
She
my
hates the
favorite
song
record.
Check It Out.
Oh my gosh.
I know. It's one of my, you know, I don't know. I don't know what her deal is. Sometimes, though, you do get those like, there is always that, or not always, but there can be that album in someone's catalog where you're like, that's not really my jam, Like I've been fans of a band where you like almost everything they do, but there's always that one album. For me,
That's
it
a
would be
lot of people with Springsteen with Tunnel of Love. Yeah.
yeah, right. And I love that album
And I
too.
love it. Yeah.
But my thing was like when I was in, and I still am, but like heavy metal people like me, poofy hair metal dudes like me, in the late 80s, early 90s, all my hair metal dudes were like, hey, this next album, we're getting heavier. It's going to get heavier because
Yeah.
that was starting, right? Grunge was coming. And
Skid Row did it.
yes, exactly. Although I like that album.
I do too.
But yeah, it wasn't as that happened. So, and we've gone on another sidetrack, haven't we? Angie, what's your next pick?
Cheeseburger in Paradise, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
It's on the Son of a Sailor album from 1978. It's also on the, what is it, Songs You Know by Heart, Greatest Hits.
Yep.
We are sailors. We're a sailing family. My sister and brother-in-law are getting ready to do the Great Loop in the spring. And
Wow.
so it's the song, the story I heard, the story that's told is that it's about he was out on a boat after eating nothing but, canned goods and whatever was left on the boat. And they were just craving that cheeseburger. And then they finally landed on wherever it was, the Bahamas, some say Hawaii, some say wherever. But he said it wasn't necessarily the best cheeseburger he actually ever had. It was just that it's about that desire after being not having it, after sacrificing, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he
God, man.
literally lists the ingredients. You can make a cheeseburger in paradise.
Nice. I should do that. And I'm not a huge Buffett guy, but I'm definitely a cheeseburger guy. So I can use that as my bridge, maybe that will be what turns me on. I'd make that burger. I listen to Jimmy Buffett, and because I got one of my dear friends has told me for years, I have missed the boat. He's like, no pun intended, but he's like, you've missed the boat on Jimmy Buffett. He goes, dude, you're just too stuck on, Fins and the big hits and the culture. He's like, you're missing some great songwriting because of your prejudice.
True.
Yeah, he told me that. So, it's true, Scott said. I don't need your judgment venting. All right, what's your next pick, Scott?
It is called They're Red Hot. It's an old blues song, but my version is by Richie Kotzen on his album Bipolar Blues. It's all about hot tamales and they're red hot. Yeah, she's got them for sale.
Huh. All right. Wow. I've never heard that. And I'm so deep in bluesy, you would think I would know that, but I don't.
I can't remember who did it. He does a whole record of all blues covers except for like one tune is I think his, but Bipolar Blues.
Huh. Wow.
Great record.
I like it. Well, let's see. Well, you're talking about guitar players, so I'm going to throw this jam in. 1978. One of the greatest guitar players to walk the planet has a debut album. It's got an acoustic song on it. Played, I don't know who played it in the studio. Their front man would play it live, and it's "Ice Cream Man" by Van Halen off Van Halen 1, which is I mean, it's cheesy, of course, and in full of innuendo. I'm your ice cream man. Stop me when I'm passing by, all this kind of stuff, right? But that's what we listened to Van Halen for in 1978.
Yeah.
It's also got the distinction of it's pretty easy to play musically. It's set up like a kind of a blues song, 3 chords. So early on in the game, when you're just getting in the game playing music, it's a good one because you can put it in your set list and play it. You can play a Van Halen song,
Yeah.
and it's easy to do. And I mean, like I said, lyrically, it's I mean, it's dated a little bit, but it's Ice Cream Man by Van Halen, and it's a great song. So it's on my list. And so shut up, Scott.
Yeah, that's a great one.
All right. Angie, what's your next pick?
Me? It's my turn again?
Yeah.
Right.
Yes, ma'am.
Song 5, I've got Jambalaya on the Bayou.
Oh,
So it's written by Hank Williams.
it's great.
1952. There's over 150 official releases of this song.
Oh my God.
Let's
Wow.
break it down to some important ones. In
Yeah.
1952, Joe Stafford made it a pop hit.
Okay.
1958, Brenda Lee made it a rockabilly sock hop hit, sock hop
Jeez.
bop. 1961, Fats Domino gave it a New Orleans piano R&B vibe.
Wow.
1970, CCR John Fogerty did a swamp rock version.
Yep.
My personal favorite, I am a big fan of an unexpected cover tune. 1973, the Carpenters did a clean pop version with flute that is so campy, I love it. 1975, Emmylou Harris did a funky Appalachian interpretation.
Yep.
1970s, Hank Jr. Bocephus took his dad's song and made it his own. And then,
Yep.
of course, everyone knows the 1980s Buckwheat Zydeco version.
Man, what a great
Wow.
song. And for me, it's always the Hank. I love the Hank version of that song. And it's just,
Yeah.
so I have a chef to ask this. Is there such thing as is there such a dish as crawfish pie? Is that a thing?
Probably. I'm not as well versed in Cajun, and although it's a lot around here, you see a lot of that, Cajun and Creole cuisine, and those are two different things, by the way. But they all come from the same area. I imagine there probably is a crawfish pie. I don't know that I've ever had one, but probably like a pot pie.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, like a
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds gross. To me, it sounds gross, but
oh
in
no,
my
I
mind,
totally eat it up.
in my mind, I'm also picturing, if you say pie, I instantly picture like a thing of ice cream on top of it or something. So I got to make sure I'm thinking pot pie or.
Yeah. I don't think I'd serve it a la mode. Yeah.
All right, Scott. Is this this is your last pick, isn't it?
It is.
What is it?
It is Come Bite the Apple by Mother Love Bone.
Ah, dang it. Why didn't I have that? I love that band. I love you. I mean, that's well known. That's well known for me that I love.
I think all
band.
three of us here love that band.
Yeah,
my
definitely.
favorite. That's my favorite band to come out of Seattle is Mother Love Bone. That's my favorite. I mean, certainly Heart, but like in what that era would be. Obviously, I was working in an independent record store when I bought Shine, the EP, on cassette.
Yeah.
And I still think that's one of the greatest. And I love Mother Love Bone, Andy Wood. I love the songs. The other thing I like about them is like I couldn't, as a hair metal dude, I thought they might be a hair metal band. Andy Wood looked as David Lee
very
Roth.
glammy.
Yes, exactly. So I could dig that. And
kind of a bridge, right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think that band was, I saw them advertised touring with an English band, the Dogs
D'Amour. Yeah.
Yeah, they were touring with them. So I saw that. And then the next thing you know, it's like Pearl Jam comes out. Andy Wood dies, Pearl Jam comes out. And I think you're right. I think they were, you could like them across. If you were a hair metal person or metal person, you could like them. If you were, a little darker and grungier, they were cool. They were big on the scene there. I think a lot of people, your Chris Cornells and your Eddie Vedders and all the dudes that were in the band with him and the Alice in Chains guys, they all loved Andy Wood. He was kind of their he held that scene for a while. He was
Yeah.
their Freddie Mercury, he was the man. God, I love that band. That's a
Oh,
great pick, Anna. Well, this is my pick, and this is the question I've been waiting to ask our guest, because I need to know if this is true. If this is a thing. So the song I picked was by Tony Joe White, Polk Salad Annie. And I need to know, is that a thing? They talk in the song, he talks about this thing grows in the South. It's kind of like, a turnip green or whatever. Is that a thing, Angie? Have you ever heard that, polk salad? Does that ring a bell to you?
Definitely had poke salad.
You definitely have?
Yeah.
Oh, I need to know about it. Can you tell me something about it?
Okay, so
And don't just start quoting the song and be like, well, you ain't been to the South.
I don't actually know the song well enough to quote it. I can
Oh,
tell
good.
you though that poke salad, it's a real thing. So like it's the greens. It's just like
Like collard greens?
the baby greens, turnip greens, collard greens, any like when you're just pulling the tops, like the fresh green baby, like it's what you would find in like a mixed green salad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But it polk salad is its name.
Poke salad is its name, and it's just like your basic white vinegar and vegetable oil and salt and sugar
I
and
gotta make
greens.
it. I gotta
Yeah.
figure out a way to make, because in my adult life, and it has been in my adult life, we have up here in Ludington where I live, we have a barbecue place. It's called
Yeah.
Q's Barbecue. And it was there that on just a whim, one of the sides was collard greens. And I'm like, I've heard about it. I'm going to roll the dice, right? I
Yeah.
don't know what I'm
Yeah.
getting into. I'm very Midwestern. I grew up Midwestern poor, which really, if you grow up Midwestern, your palate is, it can be pretty limited. And then you grow up Midwestern poor, and that gets even smaller. So
Right.
for me to have collard greens was like, I was really being adventurous, and I ate them, and now I'm a huge fan. I love them. I get them
yeah.
every time I'm there. Love them. Huh.
They,
Po-
as someone who has now become a gardener in the South, I think all good Southern women are. Like grow them. They're tough. They're not. It's not something you would put in a salad. Like you've got to cook those things for hours and hours and hours, and you usually throw in ham hocks, and there's like
yeah.
chicken bouillon, and you just cook
Cool.
and cook and cook, and so they break down, and then they're tender and delicious. But if you just pulled
Yeah.
that out of the garden, you'd be like, no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
God, I cannot believe, I swear to God. I mean, and I love this song. The Polk Salad Annie is a big song in my house. And it's because my father-in-law loved the song. My father-in-law passed away about a year ago. And then my son and I were doing this gig that my wife has. She helps organize. We were the band, and we learned Polk Salad Annie for my father-in-law. My son and I both love both Tony Joe White's and Elvis's version of it. But I always wondered if that was a real thing, and it is. I'm making it. I'm gonna hit that with some Lowry's too.
Some Lowry's.
I have
So,
an honorable
thing-
mention that I.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Honorable mention.
Well,
Well,
my
no,
mom-
I was just gonna say when I was doing brainstorming for this, you could do a whole episode on songs with the word honey in them, honey in the title, honey in
I
Oh,
had
yeah.
I had a taste
metaphor.
of honey.
Like
Yep.
I had 10 songs with honey in them, and then I eliminated all of them. Like
Yeah. I had a taste of honey. I had the Beatles version. That's the one I heard as a kid.
Yeah.
I think there's a song. I think it might be by Mariah Carey called "Honey." I feel like she's got a song.
Yep, Mariah Carey has one.
Yeah, I like that song. I like that song.
I'm probably the first Swiftie you've ever had on your show, but the song "Honey" on her "Life of a Showgirl" album happens to be my favorite song on the new album.
You're not the first Swiftie that's
Okay.
been on the show, because I am a Swiftie.
Ah, there we go. Okay.
I love Taylor Swift. I do.
Yeah.
And the kids at school they always think I'm making fun, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I love Taylor Swift. I love that she writes her own material. She sings, she plays guitar. I think, as a artist, and certainly at her level, which we can say is megastar level, she handles it better than I've watched a ton of artists handle it. She's a classy artist, and yep, I think she does peddle a little sex, and I don't blame her. If I were attractive, I would probably do.
She's 36 years old.
Right.
Like,
Hey,
she's not a teen star.
no, and you know what? In our heads, she is. In our heads,
hour long show.
Beautiful. I love her. I love her. I love her.
We're fans.
The Eras tour was 3.5 hours long.
Yeah. Which, and it's a spectacle,
awesome.
right? It's an amazing show.
Right.
I watched the documentary Miss Americana.
Okay.
If you just watch her, some of the stuff first of all, that production, can you imagine being her age? I mean, she's obviously older now, but even as a teenager, there were hundreds of people whose livelihoods depended on this little girl, which is mind blowing.
Right.
The other thing is that show now, then, as she's progressed, her show is a very intense, there's costume changes, there's movements, there's, the cool stage that she dives into,
Yeah.
I love her. I love her. I love Taylor
where you
Swift.
never know what she's going to do from show to show.
And the other thing about Taylor Swift that is of note is I've watched her do like radio shows with an acoustic guitar and just a stripped down acoustic band. Still sounds amazing. She's still singing. She's a lot of those huge acts like your Jennifer Lopez's, et cetera, they could never do that. Taylor Swift can sit down with a guitar, with one acoustic guitar. Taylor Swift can sit down, play her songs. She will sing them great. They're great songs. They're well put together. Yeah, you'll never. Yeah. Now I'm all Swifted out. Now I'm defending Taylor Swift to people who like her.
The funniest part about that to me is that this podcast literally broke me from my Taylor Swift haze that I had been in for the whole month of October.
We love Taylor.
I get that way too. I get it.
Yeah.
I get on something. My honorable mention song, by the way, I didn't know if we could use Beverages because one of my all-time favorite songs. It's one of my all-time favorite songs. It's Champagne and Reefer by Muddy Waters.
Muddy Waters, yeah.
It's such a great tune, man. It's such a great tune.
Ian Moore does a good
cover
of it.
Such a great tune.
Honorable mention, if we had gone with Beverages, would have been Tennessee Whiskey, but it was
such a.
Oh, my son was so tired of that song, and then it was right around that time that I discovered the Etta James, which is like the real, like you know what I'm saying? He took Stapleton, took Hank's words and an Etta James tune and married them.
Well, I have prejudice.
What is it? I'd Go Blind.
I have prejudice against Chris Stapleton, and that's a shame because he's great and he's a great singer and guitar player and a musician, and it's all my hang-ups. It's because it happened to me with the other guy I like now, with Sturgill Simpson. A bunch of people whose like tastes I didn't agree with, I wasn't in line with, were really into him, and then I'm like, well, God, then because that's stupid. I do that all the time. How long, Scott, did I think Gaslight Anthem was an emo band or whatever I thought they were? Right. I got a lot of problems. Damn this show. Well, Angie, thank you for doing this. First of all, what a pleasure. You're a friend of the show. Scott's right.
Thanks for having me.
You're an OG. You're an OG BIM worker as well. We might have to do some sort of Believe in Music reunion show where we just talk about what it was like to work at Believe in Music. Because my Believe in Music was video rental too.
There was a song that came up, Squeeze Me Macaroni by Mr. Bungle. We got banned from playing that record by Ruthie at our store.
At your store in Grand Rapids?
Oh yeah.
God, and that's the thing, not to get on yet another sidetrack, but think of all the songs you learned at work. Either a promo came in.
Oh God!
Oh my God! I know.
So many bands.
I can't remember now which one, but there was an album you guys were talking about, and it's just like, oh yeah, I got that one for free when I worked at Believe in Music because I dug it out of the promo bin.
Yeah. and I think, you know, obviously the statute of limitations is passed on this, so I can admit that the big thing for us was, and this is mind blowing to this day, that at Believe in Music you could buy your album, take that thing home, decide you didn't like it, bring it back with a receipt. I think it was $1. I don't remember what it was, but you could exchange it and get another one.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure what was happening, if people were smart, right?
Burning them.
They were burning them. But for us, they'd come back, right? And we'd stack them in the back, and then we'd box them up and send them back to corporate. But just know that I picked through that before they went back to corporate. And that's how I got my Lynch Mob and my Badlands, and who knows what else I got into. So yes, once again, thank you so much, Chef Angie. We appreciate you. Thank you for being a friend of the show. Thank you for being a Swiftie with us. Thank you for telling me that polk salad's a real thing that I have to figure out how to get a hold of. Is that something you think I can buy up here? No.
I'll get you a recipe. We'll make it.
Killer.
But really, the authentic way would be to go pick it out of your garden.
Oh, well, no. Listen, I've admitted, I've been open and honest with you about my seasonings. You know I'm not growing a garden. You know I don't have a garden. I don't have time for all that. No, I need to get it at Aldi, and I hit it with some Lowry's, and I'll whip that up, and I'll be singing the song the whole time. Scott, you got any parting words?
Mixed greens. We'll hook you up.
All right. Now every time I see a salad on the menu that's like mixed green salad, I'm going to hope, I know it won't be in there, but I'm going to pretend. Maybe I'll sing it to myself every time that I order my mixed greens. Scott, you got any parting words for us today, brother?
I can't believe this song didn't come up, but here's an earworm for everybody. Millions of peaches for me.
Okay, I can't leave the show on that. I won't. I refuse to. I love this show too much. I will tell you this. I thought I could introduce my son to that song. He would laugh, love it. It's so catchy. We all remember that Presidents of the United States song, obviously. Yes. Dude, he got pissed off, mad. Like, he's like, what is this? This can't be a real song. This is the effort someone's going to put in. I'm like, you sound like a judgmental prick. And then I'm like, oh, yeah, I know where you get that from.
Oh, yeah.
All right, you guys. Chef Angie, thank you again. God bless. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Angie.
All right, you guys. Have a great day. See ya.
See you, everybody.